What first began as a night, then became a week. Now, it's a month. The Colorado Mammoth's LaCrosse Out Cancer Initiative presented by Rocky Mountain Hospital for Children. This month of caring, generosity, support, compassion, all to increase awareness about the disease and to raise funds to find a cure. Thank you for sharing in the 8th annual LaCrosse Out Cancer Night as we introduce you to several of our new friends. The month began with a kingpin, a 10-year-old boy named Q. The 4th grade Stapleton Jets lacrosse player was diagnosed with acute myeloleukemia 11 months ago, something that cut short his youth lacrosse season. Q spent 161 nights in the hospital, enduring 4 rounds of chemotherapy and a bone marrow transplant.
I never thought it would be me because I knew people who had cancer and I thought, oh, that would never be me. But little did I know.
Daily visits from friends to Rocky Mountain Hospital for Children meant games, toys, water fights with syringes, and of course, throwing the lacrosse ball against the wall.
We had a few complaints.
We did.
That's all right.
So it was time to improvise. The medical staff led the way.
Then they opened up the whole breezeway for you to play with your buddies, right? With goals.
Which kept Q's spirits up, day in and day out.
One of his oncologists said really early on, right after his diagnosis, that our job was to stay positive. And so that's what we did.
When Q grows up, sounds like he has some big shoes to fill.
I either want to be a professional lacrosse player or a hematologist.
Who knows? Someday Q might be scoring goals right here at Pepsi Center. Or maybe he'll be the one to lacrosse out cancer. A week later, defensemen Jordan Gillis and Josh Sullivan met Brady and her family and spent time watching the 4-year-old and her sister Kaden spread their wings.
Are we ready? Let's go.
The girls got an up-close experience with horseshoe crabs, insects, and everyone's favorite tarantula, Rosie.
She was soft like a cloud.
Brady was diagnosed with high-risk acute lymphoblastic leukemia 2 days shy of 2 years ago. Since then, Brady's mom, Bailey, says the risk of germs and infection have made experiences like this one at the Butterfly Pavilion few and far between.
Another one! I found another one!
These are the things, that we haven't been able to do because she's been so immune compromised. It's such a relief, and it's so nice to just be able to do normal, extraordinary normal thing. It's not normal, it's cooler than normal.
For one day at least, all that mattered to Brady was watching her beautiful new friends.
Well, I liked the orange butterfly, and I liked the yellow butterfly. I like all the butterflies.
Much like the butterflies, the girl who wears a cape and on this day wings also took flight.
Woo!
2 years of treatment in, about 4 months to go. Through it all, Brady and her family have had one mission.
Taking cancer's blood.
And when Brady, or Bug as her family calls her, found out she was coming to Pepsi Center tonight to be Jordan and Josh's special guest,
Yeah, sports game.
then came the chance for defenseman Ilya Gaich and forward Brent Adams to spend time with a young boy with a great smile. The players visited the Children's Museum of Denver at Marsico campus with Max and his proud parents, Crystal and Mark.
To have a son who is kind of like your hero that you look up to, who's not even, 2 years old, it's a strange feeling, but, it's touching. I'm very proud of him. He's been an inspiration to us and a lot of other people.
Diagnosed with infantile cancer, leukemia, at just 5 months, Mighty Max's progress allows him to have days like these, complete with life's essentials: food, water, shelter. For a boy who couldn't leave his hospital room for 2 months, to an afternoon when he seemingly didn't ever want to leave the bubble room.
Every single nurse we know is keeping progress of him at home and how's this going, and oh, we wish we could have been there for this and that.
Moments like these may not be there forever for Max, but they'll always be cherished by his parents.
Sort of the culmination of all the things when he was first diagnosed that you fear you'll never get again.
Yeah.
And then you get it again. And so it's, like a dream, I guess.
One day Max might be an artist, of one kind or another. Now he has his sights set on finally getting to be a kid.
Every kind of milestone or turning point in his life feels like a huge victory.
On this day, Max was the big winner. Earlier this week, forward Jeremy Noble met one of the incredible caregivers at Rocky Mountain Hospital for Children. Kelly, an oncology nurse who spent her entire career in these halls, shared with Jeremy what she loves about helping others.
Like any job, there are going to be some days that are harder than others. Yeah. But I also think you maybe got to see a glimpse of what joy and spirit they have coming in, even though they're coming in to get chemo.
Our buddy Max was there. The bond he has with Kelly was on full display.
And the best part about being in the area that I'm at is 99% of the time, the kids and the families go home.
Nice.
When Max was done playing in the rock garden, he did go home, which left time for Kelly to explain to Jeremy how hospitals around the country are working together to help kids beat cancer.
All of the research institutions collaborating and coming up with the best data to improve our survival rates, which we have drastically.
Right. Leukemia, the most common childhood cancer, now has a 90% survival rate. Kelly said she won't be satisfied until everyone who's diagnosed beats the disease. Who's on her team? 4 physicians, a physician's assistant, and fellow nurses.
Have such a trusting and genuine friendship with each other, and I can count on them and rely on them.
Finally on to Steuben's, a time to bond for nurse and player, a time for lunch in the best of company. With that, another year of LaCrosse Out Cancer events, another year of meeting inspirational people in the books. For the players, new friends and new perspective. For the kids, new advocates in their corner and new memories forged. For all of us, a glimpse into the lives of a few local children who will forever remind us of how special they are and why we all need to work together to LaCrosse Out Cancer.